Hey guys, Carrie here. So we're finally up and running with the full walkthrough guide on how to find all of the Elexit bags. Well, maybe not all of them, but a good chunk, so that way you can start duplicating money at the merchants using this haggler perk. But before we get right into that, I do have to give a big shout out to Kevin from my previous video. He pointed out some additional tips on how you can make this even better. So if you see this handsome face on this video or my previous video, please be sure to give him a thumbs up, as it is well deserved. Thanks again, Kevin. So let's talk here about exactly what he's showing us. So that's the symbol of Kalan and also the symbol of Ravok, which I don't currently have, but it's identical, just the Morcon's version. And on top of that, also the item called Watch. Does not look like a typical watch, but that's what it is. So those three items can also be traded with the haggler perk to get a discount from the merchants. So on top of finding the Elexit bags, keep your eyes peeled for those items. Also, if you come down here to the castle, this general trader here, he will sell you 3 of the symbols of Kalan. And then every time you take off and go rest at a bed, you just need to do 1 sleep. When you return to him, he will have 1 more symbol for sale. So if you'd like, you can just sit here and farm him over and over again. Might get a little boring because it's just 1 at a time, but it's the equivalent of a medium Elexit bag. So definitely worth grabbing and keeping your eyes open for. Okay, and then let's talk about Kevin's other tip here. You can now mark the items for scrap to make that even easier when selling it off at a trader. So now you don't need to go through all of your inventory. Down in the bottom right, I can just click R3 and it will auto select all of the items for scrap up to be sold. So now I've sold those, and then I go down and find them in the buy option, and they actually do still keep the trash bin symbol on them, so it makes them a little easier to find as well. Now of course you might want to go back to Mick in the crater if you were following my last video, because you can cheaply buy him out and then you don't have to cycle through the merchant's inventory to buy your stuff back. It'll just be all he has to offer. So then you can just sit here and go through selling the items over and over again with ease and finding them no problem at all in the trader menu. So thank you so much, Kevin, for that tip. It is a huge help. Anyways, let's now get on to the video so we can start tracking all of these goodies. So the very first one that I'm starting out with is when you create a new game, that is the path that you run at the very beginning. So we're just right here on top of this building to find the marksman potion, I believe. I want to say 4th time's the charm here on collecting that. There we go, marksman potion. So that's going to be our first item, and also too worth mentioning, if you want to take a quick trip out to this island, at my feet there's a little skeleton and he has those perspective shades on. Makes seeing items a lot easier, and it might just help you out. So anyways, back to the video. I'm not going to commentate this entire thing. It is a longer video, and with me showing you guys exactly where I'm going on the map, a lot of it should be self-explanatory. However, I will jump in here and there just to help you out on a certain area or two where it gets confusing. And also, I am not collecting every single bag of Elexit. There is still going to be quite a few that I've probably missed, and I did not really look for those watches or the symbols of Kalan or Ravok. So hopefully, as you guys are following this video, you're stopping to collect some extra goodies along the way, and you should come out with a lot more than what I have. Okay, so I'm back already. With this one, you're going to want to make sure that you set the time to midnight, and then as long as Rat is standing halfway down the stairs with a guard behind him, you can come right over here on the side and steal this small bag of Elexit. And then using your jetpack, you can kind of get right around into this corner. And once you've broken line of sight with them, with the barrels, that's when you can safely crouch down and go into the lower chambers of Rat's camp. And for a lot of the bags that I'm collecting in the Berserker camp here, it is nighttime. So almost all of these, it's just going to be better for you to do at night. And some of the ones that I'll show you are going to be bought through a merchant. If you don't have the Elexit to afford these, that's fine. Just note when I'm doing this, and you can come back and grab them once you exploit a merchant or two down the road with the Haggler perk. That goes for the lockpicking as well. There might be the odd one or two that I grab from a chest. If you don't have the lockpicking skill, that's fine, just move on. It's probably only one bag that you're missing out on, so no sweat there. Yeah, for example with this one here at the blacksmith, after I grabbed this bag, I think this chest that I grab another one from, I believe that was locked originally. May have just been an easy lockpick, but same thing, just move on. It's not worth worrying about. And this one right here, 100% does need to be done at nighttime, so all of the merchants have gone asleep. They're typically standing right here, and it'll be very hard for you to steal these if they're right there. And with this lady here, when you stand right here, if you watch her head, she'll take a look to the left, and then when she looks to the right, that is when I swipe the bag.
isn't gonna work.
Alright, so we are about to run the gauntlet here over at this Sky Ant base. It's going to be a pretty straightforward run as long as you follow the same path that I go, which is essentially running straight down the middle until it becomes a grassy scenery. Right here, so then we're going to hook onto the right side, and we're going to go down door number 2 on the right. Take an immediate left, and right in the corner there we'll find a very large bag of Elexit. Immediately carry on taking a left, and you follow this path all the way to the end. Inside there will be an enemy, so just dodge him a couple times while you collect another bag of Elexit, a large bag that time. And then in the opposite corner of the large bag we'll find another purple potion, which is going to be the mage potion. At that point, then just run around until you have found a safe spot where the game lets you warp out. And I am also doing this with no upgrades to my jetpack, just to make sure you guys could do this at any point. So if any of the bags are tricky to get to, just make sure you do exactly what I do in the video, and you should be able to reach them. This one's a bit of a fun run here. A couple times those enemies will be very annoying, and you'll get lucky like me here. Kind of skipped over him somehow. That'll get you the large bag and yet another mage potion. And then you can run up the hill here, where you can speak with this guy. So we're just going to get inside of his safe real quick so we can get a specializer. A bunch of money as well. And then right behind him is going to be a large Elex drink. So if you'd like, you can fight him. I just flee. I'm not very strong yet, so I will come back for him later if he is still alive. Okay, so over at the Dome City Ruins, there's going to be quite a few items that I'll show you collecting here. And there's going to be one item in particular that I don't get at this time. And that's just because it's going to cost you at least 4,000 Elexit or more in order to buy the required grenades. And that's killing Crazy Crag. So if you'd like to, you can go ahead and deal with him. He's in the center dome. And once you have taken care of him, you just loot his body for a key, and then you open up his chest to get another Dexterity Modifier. So you can do that right now if you'd like, or just wait for me in the next video where I'll show you how to use everything we've obtained in this walkthrough. So that way we can consistently craft an infinite amount of the Elexit drinks to get nice and strong. Okay, so this was actually a really fun bag to try and figure out how to get. Basically, you got to position yourself right here on this ledge. If you're too far in, everyone will look at you. So you just want to make sure you're right at the point there where he goes back leaning against the wall. The cook and the guy selling the food don't see you. You can just swipe the bag and walk away. And basically that was all I had for the castle. There may have been some symbols of clan in there that I missed, which hopefully you guys will find with those perspective shades. So up next, we're just going to be ripping through the little secret passage here. A lot of goodies.
Exceptional. I hate guys who cause trouble! I'm coming!
Okay, so we're finally about to run the grotto. Because the map is top down and doesn't actually show you the inside, I figure I'll do a complete run start to finish, so that way no one gets lost, as it can be rather confusing without the map. So first thing, when you run down here, you just have to wait it out until the coast is clear. The people behind me will stop talking and wander off, the guards will disappear. At that point we jetpack up, crouch down, and then you walk off, landing right behind him. For some reason, because we're crouched, we're still nice and silent. And at that point we can also creep over here and raid his safe. Three medium bags of Elexit, not bad at all. So then we just go ahead and run back up, and then we're going to take a left, where we'll find another bag right up here. So turning around, instead of going back the way we came, we now take another left, drop down, we head over to where those mines are with the little people, yeah, right up there. This one's a little tricky here, so you gotta wait it out until this guy's done getting chewed out by the main dude. This guy is still facing me here, so again I just use my little trick of crouching and then he wanders off. We can snag that without anyone seeing, and then you have just enough time to walk in and grab that potion. People will get a little annoyed that you've wandered in there, but that's it. You will not be caught stealing. Alright, so now we're going to double back to right above the crater and start getting into the Alb snowy area.
I'm in. You won't get away from me. I'm coming for you.
I'm gonna smash your
And for anyone wondering why I skipped the Alb base, I wanted to do that last, so we're going to head over there in just a moment, as that will be where my next video picks up, so it just kind of made sense to end there. So we'll be doing a full raid of that base in a second here. Okay, so yeah, I found a lot of goodies here. So just in the first house, we have a small bag. honestly, I think I found a lot of the small bags in some of these. Not too many big finds, but it's a small area, fairly quick to go through, so we're gonna grab what we can. Just another single house here on the table. It's actually gonna be a symbol of clan instead of an Elexit bag, but that is the same value as a medium, so definitely pick it up. And yeah, this guy apparently doesn't care that we wander right behind him, so just feel free to steal from him. Ooh, guard. Just missed the guards, that's good. In this room here, right behind the guard there on the side. Again, another small bag. Alright, then on these 3 houses here, we head right down the middle. Where we can, ooh, that's unfortunate timing. So again, if this happens and a guard's watching you, just do that little trick of mine where you crouch, and then when you stand back up, it kind of resets his AI, so then he wanders off to go do something else. And then we can grab the medium bag. Alright, so heading into this building, this is where all the guards sleep, so you want to be very careful going in here. Just crouch down, make sure you enter when no one's watching. And then you should be able to freely run around, collect all the goodies, which will also include, I believe it's 4 or 5 of the medium bags of Elexit in here, so very worth grabbing. Yeah, easy as that. Again, another small bag in this house, and then another mage potion. This is probably my favorite house in this area. So over here in this little yard, I guess, with the big cylinders, you'll find a room full of just natural Elexit, or Elex, I guess, that you can grab. So that's great. And then it also has a safe full of blue goodies. That's right, so yeah, we've got large, medium, small, regular, and even just some straight up cash, so make sure you raid that safe. And then over here in the last one, I'll show you this bag just for fun, I guess. I could not figure out how to grab that one safely, so if you do grab it, the guards will see you. You'll have to pay a fine of $300 to get out of trouble, but then you'll have another bag for duping. So the choice is up to you. Anyways guys, that's going to wrap up this walkthrough. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and finding all of these fun goodies. Right away here, I should have my final video for this little mini series uploaded, so then that way I can show you exactly how we can now use all of this to start making and crafting an infinite amount of those potions, so we can get a lot stronger to face what Megaland has.